Hey, it is unseasonably warm right now. Main Street here, Maple Grove, beautiful weather, February 5th, 2024. And I want to talk about what's happening in the real estate market as it is also off to a uncharacteristically fast start. I'm going to break it down for exactly what's happening right here in Maple Grove. If you are getting data, if you're doing any research on the real estate market, you might be getting a little confused because some of the data you're hearing there doesn't necessarily apply to us here in Maple Grove. So I'm going to break it down, let you know everything you need to know about the state of the real estate market here in Maple Grove. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steve. I am the team lead for the Three Rivers real estate team at Real Brokerage and a fellow Maple Grove resident. Now, I'm going to break down where sales prices are at, where inventory's at, where things are going exactly as it stands right now here, first week of February. I'm going to get into it right now.
All right, so I'm gonna hop right on into my computer here. So where the majority of the information is going to be. I'm using anything we use for the MLS. InfoSparks is the main one. Also pop in and show you some listings on the MLS as well. So the first thing people always ask me is, what are sales prices doing? So if we take a look at the average sales price for Maple Grove, January 2024, we're gonna see it's actually down 7% year over year from where we were last January. And we're just down just slightly from December to January. So the average home sale in Maple Grove, just over $433,000. And you're gonna kind of notice that we're down quite a bit from our peak back in April 2022, down almost $60,000 from $494,000 April 2022, where things are at. But it's not too much worrisome. Maple Grove does have a lot of things going on with it, and a lot of that has to do with a lot of new construction happening here. So we have a little more inventory than other areas potentially might. So if we are looking at inventory in real estate, we look at this as what we call months supply of inventory. So in Maple Grove, we have 1.5 months of supply. So what does this mean? Well, if we stop building homes, no new homes hit the market, all the homes that were for sale will be gobbled up in 1.5 months, basically 45 days. This is extremely low. It's lower than even where we were in Q3 at 2 months of supply. But typically we like to see, a balanced market, they say, is right around 6 months of supply. And that hasn't happened in Maple Grove in a really, really long time. Probably have to go back 10, 15 years to see that. You see 6 months of supply really haven't been there since September, October of 2011. So it's been almost 13 years since we've had a balanced market in Maple Grove, typically a seller's market with low inventory. And we do see that. That's when we see, sales price tend to creep up as they have since 2011, and we tend to see a lot of competition. And that's what we're seeing right away here in the housing market right now, where things are moving fairly quickly. So if we take a look at our average days on market, you're going to see it's actually about 43 days on market, and this is trending up from where we were even January of last year, going in the wrong direction of about 4.4%. And one of the main reasons for that is Maple Grove is fairly unique compared to a lot of other metro cities. If we take a look at what's for sale right now in Maple Grove, so it's February 5th, you wanted to buy a home in the city of Maple Grove, you have 80 options. You have 80 homes currently listed on the market. And the reason why this is interesting and why our days on markets might seem a little bit high is if we take a look at these 80 homes and we see when they were built, we're going to notice a trend that we have a lot of new construction happening in Maple Grove. So if we take a look at those 80 homes that are for sale, you're going to notice 34 of them, almost half of them, are new construction homes that are there. So new construction tend to move a little bit slower. We can see a lot of these homes have been on market over 150 or 300 days or 200 days here. There's a lot of different reasons for that. Sometimes they're just model homes that aren't really even for sale. They're just listed for sale. Some of them they start advertising them for sale as soon as they dig the hole. So they might be, 6-7 months out from even being constructed, but they're going to have it on the market for that entire 6 or 7 months. And that's going to push our days on market up a little bit throughout Maple Grove. So, if we look at new construction days on market, on average, it's 73 compared to previously owned at 39. So again, if you're thinking of selling, probably looking in that 1 month-ish range to have it sold when you go on the market. And if you're looking to buy, you kind of get an idea of, hey, if you're looking at a home, maybe you can get a second showing on it, but within a week or two, it's probably going to be sold firm for sure. That 39 days, definitely want to pay attention to that. If there's things that you really like, probably don't want to sit on them for too long. And you can kind of tell it. Again, we haven't really had a lot of new homes hitting the market. 80 homes for sale is not a lot to look at. We only had 144 homes hit the market in January 2024 last month. That's up slightly from January last year, but still down even from our peak for the year from July, which was 369 homes. So I know almost half of that, but still way down from what we used to see pre-pandemic. 2019, we'd see in the 500s at the peak. So we're way off those numbers. Again, very low inventory state that we've been here. We've been here for a long time, putting a lot of pressure on things, keeping things moving pretty quickly. We're going to continue to see that depending on what's happening with mortgage rates. So mortgage rates, affect everybody, obviously. So if we take a look, if you're trying to track mortgage rates, you might be getting confused. There's a lot of things happening in the mortgage industry. If we just Google mortgage rates today, we're going to notice, 2 days ago, we had one of the biggest raises in a year, but then 3 days ago, rates were dropping for the week. So a lot of weird things happening there, and they are changing quite drastically day to day. So if you're not familiar with mortgage rates and how to look at them, one of the best things you can look at is actually the 10-year treasury. It's very correlated between this. So if the 10-year treasury is moving up, rates probably moving up with it. If they're moving down, rates probably moving down with them as well. You can see over the last year here, very volatile on what we've been seeing here. You can see in October, we're peaking at about 5, right around here, and it came down for Q4, and it's popped up, popped back down, popped back up. It's moving all over the place right now. So there's a lot of things happening here, and this is going to really dictate a lot of different things throughout the market. If rates come down, it's going to encourage people that have that 2 or 3% interest rate. Maybe it's time for them to trade up or trade down, but those rates got to get a little closer. So probably not going to see a whole lot of new homes really hit the market until we see a lot of different things happening with the rates there. So even if we take a look at, what is for sale, the average home price is $433. Well, if we're looking at what's listed for sale in Maple Grove under $450, we only have 33 options. So again, if you're a first-time home buyer looking to move into the Maple Grove range, that affordability, there's not a whole lot of options, and a lot of these are going to be townhomes and condos too. If you want, want your traditional single-family home, want a yard for your dog, we look at just single-family homes under $450. You literally have 6 options. Some of them have been sitting on the market a little while: 136, 88, 37, 32, 4, and 12. So things that are hitting typically are moving fairly quickly in here. And again, you don't have a whole lot of options if you're kind of that first-time home buyer looking for a single-family home, at least not right now. We hope this is going to change as the season starts changing. We start seeing things start moving around. But like I said, as it sits right now, you got 80 options if you're looking to buy in Maple Grove. A lot of new construction, couple of homes under the 450 range, a lot of stuff going to be in that 500 plus range. So if you're looking at buying, you're looking at selling, a couple different things to consider here. First, if you're looking at buying, probably want to do it sooner rather than later. As the market starts heating up, maybe we're going to see more inventory, but I'm guessing we're going to see a lot more competition start to get in the market too. If you're looking at selling, depending on your price point, you might not have a lot of competition, which means you're still going to garner top dollar. Or if you're thinking of selling in the spring, now's the time to really start getting things going, start getting consultations, start getting staging ready, getting repairs ready, so that when the time does come, you can hit the market quick and be ready to sell fast.